Hello, hello, my friends. AmyR here with Prairie Paper and Ink. Welcome back to my face and my card making space. And a card using one new product. The rest are oldie but goodie favorites. I also pulled out my OLO markers, did a little bit of coloring on die cuts, a sparkle element that, so good. All the good things. Anywho, everything I used will be listed and linked in the description box below the video. My links are affiliate links. That just means that if you click on one of my links and end up placing an order, I get a little kickback from that at no extra cost to you. That's what helps. Keeps the lights on, pays the bills, enables me to keep bringing out content. And yeah, let's get into making this card. Okay, so this is the Dewdrop Daisy wafer die set. This is the new product. Everything else is oldie but goodie favorites. And for the petals, I die cut, this is just Neenah, like classic Crest 80-pound cardstock, and I die cut multiple. And then to add a little more depth and dimension to these, I pulled out some warm gray OLO markers. And I am working from just darkest to lightest, right at the very base of each of the petals, like where they meet the center. And this is gonna look like a hot mess at first. Just trust the process. Trust the process. It just looks weird, and it's going to continue to look weird. In fact, it's going to just look worse and worse until they're assembled. But this just, again, it brings in a little bit of shading, a little bit of dimension, versus just leaving them like as is, which you can do that too. Whatever floats your boat. I had honestly thought about just doing a quick swipe with blending brushes and ink. However, because I want to spray something on top of these, I decided I didn't want to bother with, the inks potentially reacting with the spray, etc. And alcohol markers, easiest way to go, because they're not going to move around or change color or do anything weird if you add shimmer sprays or other products like water reactive products, glossy accents, etc., on top of them. So I went from like warm gray, was that 5, I think was the darkest shade that I had pulled out, and worked my way back. So like the darkest was 5, and then I went to 3, then 1, then 0, and then I'm going to actually go in with the 0, like the colorless blender, and blend this even more. And like I said, this looks like a hot mess. It looks like a hot mess, but as these fully dry too, because alcohol markers, while they dry quickly, like the coloring, it still takes a teeny bit. And I've added several layers of alcohol on here, so everything looks darker. It's going to fade back just a smidge. And like I said, once they're assembled, they won't look like these weird, I don't even know what to call it. It just looks odd, but method to the madness. So once they were all colored, I laid out these pieces onto just my flour sack cloth, the splat box, like just anything's going to work just to keep things a little more contained. Because on top of these, I'm going to spray the Imagine Crafts Sheer Shimmer Sparkle Spray. I've shown this in a ton of videos. I've used up almost this entire bottle. I got my hands on the refill. I'll link to the refill. Y'all, it's enormous. This bottle is like a 2-ounce spray bottle. The refill, I think, is like 8 ounces. It's sparkly goodness. Oh, I love it. So you just got to shake it up really, really well because all the sparkle settles to the bottom. And then I spray it. And I always get asked, do you seal it? Nope. There's sealant in the spray. And like a little bit comes off, especially if you're heavy-handed with it. Like if you try to saturate cardstock with that stuff, a lot of it's going to rub off because cardstock can only absorb so much. But yeah, don't lick the finished cards. Like then we're good. I don't bother with sealants or anything like that. Like it's a card. I'm not concerned. But yeah, the sparkle stays on. The little tiny bit that comes off from handling it when I'm assembling things, negligible. So anywho, I'd set those aside. The stems I had die cut from Simon's Greenleaf cardstock. The flower centers I die cut from Honey cardstock. I used OLO markers on those parts as well to add depth and dimension. Just keeping it simple, not doing anything too crazy here. And then when I'm doing stuff like this and I'm getting like alcohol inks, same thing. When I get them on my surface, I just take hand sanitizer. It just cleans it right up. It takes it all away, and then we're good. Do the same thing on my hands because I end up getting like a marker on my hands, all that stuff. Hand sanitizer does a trick. So after I cleaned up my mess, assembling these, super simple. One layer over the other, add the center. And then because I felt like being just extra, I ended up actually die cutting a couple more scraps of the green leaf cardstock, added the shading with the OLO markers. And then I'm just like snipping bits apart to build my stems and have more leaves and edit them. Because it's paper, we can do whatever we want. So, as usual, I overthought this. I super sped this up, but like I was just all over the place. But just trimmed leaves off some of the stems and then adhered them to others. And reverse tweezers, as always, for the win, because then I can just pinch everything with the reverse tweezers and let them sit and let the glue dry. And I just kept doing this until I had, the foliage that I wanted for these flowers. So worked my way through and adhered the leaves and whatnot. I still had extras. One's going to go on the inside of my card, of course, and then some I'm just going to tuck once I actually like adhere things to my card front. So I sat and played with the foliage for a bit and then pulled out definite oldie but goodie favorite, the Whirl Diamond Plate wafer die. Oh, I love it so much. I love that die so much. It's so good. So that I die cut from Midnight Green cardstock. This is not black. It may look black on your screen. It's not. When filming with this stuff, it looks black. The finished photos are a more accurate representation of what this color looks like. It is just an incredibly dark green, and I love it. I love it so much. Moody backgrounds, here for it. So my card base is the same Midnight Green cardstock, and it's a top folding A2 card, so 4¼ by 5½ inches. I also die cut a scrap of the Midnight Green with one of the modern Teardrops wafer dies, and I tiered that, which again on screen it looks a little like as if you can't see anything. It's like why are you bothering? Like you've lost all definition. It's all getting covered up. In real life, you can see it in the photo. Again, for once, my photos actually kind of did this justice. I struggle with my photos, especially because I put yellow on here. Yellow is like my nemesis with photography. And not like my photography is that great anyway. I'm aware. I'm well aware. Anyway, I adhered all my little bits. And I'm tucking in extra leaves here and there, again, just to fill it out and make things look a little more organic, a little more random, so they're not all, samesies. And then trimmed off the one that was hanging off the edge and tucked that behind the other one, because why not? And then for my sentiment, I white heat embossed it onto some honey cardstock. This sentiment is from the CZ Design Inside Greetings 1 set. And I'd white heat embossed it, die cut a couple scraps, glued them together, and then set it aside because I was kind of back and forth with myself whether or not I was going to add splatter. I know. Shocking. I almost added white splatter, and then I was like, nope. We're only going to add gold splatter. Why not? So I've got Simon's Pawsitively Perfect Gold Splatter Medium. It needs to be stirred up because if you have this or, are interested in it, when you first open the jar, it looks like brown water. It looks weird. But when you stir it up, all the gold pigment, makes its way to the top, and then we splatter. And I splattered fairly heavily on this card, let's be honest. Don't care. I love it. It just gave it a little extra something. So after I cleaned everything up and I set my card aside to fully dry, I had die cut a scrap of white cardstock with a larger modern teardrop wafer die. And I'm going to put this into my MISTI, and I'm going to stamp another one of the sentiments from the Inside Greetings 1 stamp set. So I lined up the sentiment, and I'm going to ink this up with honey, Pawsitively saturated ink. Stamped that and decided to ink it up a second time just to intensify it just a little bit. And then this panel is going to get adhered to the inside of the card. And then I fiddled around with the placement of this final like daisy die cut and its little greenery. And then once I was kind of happy with it, that adhesive, time to commit. So got that into place. And then that final little leaf, was able to just tuck that in there as well. Waste not, want not. So got that adhered, trimmed off the little bits hanging off the edge. And then I can adhere my die cut sentiment now to the card front. And then my final little bit of embellishment is some Pawsitively Dazzling gems in Sunbeam. And I sprinkle these around like confetti. I did not follow any sort of like triangle formation, odd numbers, like all the little rules to make things look more pleasing. I threw that right out the window and just stuck a bunch of these on this card. just little sprinkles of gems, you know. It was fun. So once I was happy with the placement of them all, I picked them up, glued them down, let the glue dry, and the card is complete. And now I'm turning on my flashlight so you guys can actually see that sparkle, because it's there. And just the petals. I didn't want sparkle on anything else because I just, you know, it's in theory kind of a more simple card to a degree. But yeah, those little elements, the sparkle, the moody background, the bling, the splatter, just all comes together to make a pretty fun card. And yeah, the photos, you get a better idea of that midnight green color, because on my filming camera, it does come across as nearly black, and it's not. It's just a beautiful, beautiful dark green. So that was my card. Links to everything are in the description box below the video. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me, for thumbs upping, commenting. It does help a ton. I very much appreciate it. And I will see you all very soon in the next video. Bye. Thank you so much to my amazing Patreon supporters. For anyone that might be interested in joining my Patreon community and supporting me, the link to my Patreon is in the description box below the video. For everyone else, as always, thank you all so much for taking the time to watch my videos, for thumbs upping, commenting, subscribe if you haven't, I'd love to have you. And here's a couple other videos for you to check out in case you missed them. Bye!